go about taking a fingerprint from human skin?
Well, this chemical process was taught to me in the school that I attended in Louisville, Kentucky. It's scientific crime investigation.
Don, why do you have to use a setup like this rather than the old method of dusting for prints?
Because this type of process is specifically used for one thing, and that's obtaining blood prints from any type of surface, including the human skin.
Can you show me how it works?
I'd be more than glad to if you drag up a chair and sit down. And we'd have to have a little blood in order to show this process.
Do you have any blood around here?
Well, we might get somebody to volunteer to give us some blood. If you roll up your sleeve now.
Well, looks like one of your assistants has pricked his finger for us here.
And this is fingerprint technician Orff. All right, now we'll place this on here now, Jim, be fine.
That's bloody print, all right.
Now, we'll let these sit here and dry. In the meantime, I'll be preparing this process. In this jar here, there's ether and what is known as leucomacalcite green. These two are mixed together. All right, now we'll apply this to it. If you'll notice, the chemical reaction is forming right now, where the blood has turned to green. And you can see these tiny ridges, how they are standing out right now.
Sure can.
Now, it's impossible to lift these from the human skin, so therefore they must be photographed. After the photograph, an enlargement can be made, and therefore a comparison of these latents taken from the skin can compare it with any suspect that might have committed this crime.
Don, how long do you wait now before you take your pictures of the prints?
This must be done immediately after drying of this chemical, and this is done with a fingerprint camera.
Oh, you have your camera right there.
It's right here. Now this is applied right over the latent.
Can I help you there?
No, this can be done by, you just hold your arm stiff. The slide is pulled, and the exposure is made. Not harming the print whatsoever.
And that's it.
Then
you develop the film.
Well, that's just the beginning of it.
Oh, more.
Then the negative must be developed, enlargement must be made, and then the print is handed to the fingerprint technicians where they make a comparison with any suspect that's found in this crime that's been committed.
Well,
after certain discussions and advice, I did feel that I was insane. But then when I was trying to tell my wife and I got through, I felt like that I had had a conception of the thing, of what being insane is, that I wasn't. The clerk will read and record the verdict.
We, the jury drawing panel and sworn in the above entitled cause, do upon oath find the defendant not guilty as charged in the information herein by reason of insanity. Signed, Lloyd G. Welch, foreman.
Mr. Morrison, why do you like sailboating?
Well, I've actually enjoyed sailboating since '38. So happened that my brother had a sailboat at that time, and he got me enthused in it, and I took it up, and I really enjoyed it.
You'd rather sail than ride motorboats?
Well, frankly, I must say yes.
Tell me, what is peculiar about sailboating?
Well, I don't know if there's anything peculiar about sailboating, but I think that the novelty of it, or the thrill of it, is the variation in winds and variation in direction of winds, and I think it's just romantic myself.
How is it that in sailboating I've seen people lean way out of the boat as if they're about to fall out? Why do they do that?
Well, actually, the reason for it is because of the fact that they're trying to get their maximum speed out of their boat, and at the same time putting enough weight on the outside edge of the boat to hold the boat down. In other words, the boat will actually sail faster if the boat is perfectly level with the water. And, of course, the drive of the wind has a tendency to push you over.
How large is your boat?
This boat is what we call a Thunderbird. It's designed right here in Oklahoma in fact, it was designed by the Commodore of the club. It's 18 feet long, and it's got a 6-foot beam. In other words, it's 6 foot wide.
How fast will that boat sail?
Well, of course, that depends on the wind. But I would imagine that under normal conditions, we'll get up to 15 miles an hour.